Hello everyone and welcome back to Out of War. So I started this off camera just to see, and we got the start of the roof up here. I got a lot to fill in, but I'm going to do some bagger work first and then come back to this. That way we get some money coming in instead of just being money going out. So let me get my wood planks in here real quick, and we will put some down so we can get this going. Oh, let's see, we're going to do double the right, single to the left, so that's 8 blocks, I think. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 7. Yeah, it's not quite. Let's see. It'd be 2, 4, 6. So we'll go 3 cuts, I guess. We'll go 9. There we go. That should work. I'll put an extra one out here just so I have something to snap to later. So what else would you guys like to see on this series before I end it and go to a different map and start a new series up? I know that I've been trying to do a little here, a little there of different stuff besides just the bagger. It's just the bagger. It's so easy to get material coming in and an easy way to make money, so I figure why not. But obviously I'm trying to get a little dozer work in there. Talk about the power and possible different ways of doing that, and building the factory floor and the warehouse and making the asphalt area over there, even though it's really not asphalt. All right, let's go forward 2 blocks. So about there. Get this thing fired up and dropping material for us. But yeah, so I mean, like I said, I want to redo that power down there too. I want to change that to coal. We're going to be coming across coal here pretty soon. In fact, I may stop if we get far enough forward to actually touch that coal, because I think I want to use all that in the plant, and I need to revamp the conveyors for that, so that we have that coal going down to a storage facility for coal plants or coal generators. I mean, I guess I could set up like a generator fuel. Let's see, let's look at this real quick. We got a factory and power. The coal is 4,200, but I could put some of these power generators in and then set up a coal factory to produce generator fuel. That may not be a bad idea either. That's 2,800 per. We're getting 1,800 per on the windmills. So we'd still increase, and we'd have like, what, 30,800, I think. Something like that. So that may not be a bad idea too. And it wouldn't be hard to set some coal down there to have it creating oil, and then have it creating the, what is it? It goes crude into oil, into fuel, into generator fuel. So we have to have 3 refineries per uh, oil rig derrick that we put down there. There's definitely different ways of doing it, and you don't actually have to find a coal vein, because you can create your own. I might do it that way. Make like a concrete platform down low down there, tear all that out, and then put another concrete form on top of that I can set the oil derricks down into. I can just fill up with coal. Wouldn't be too difficult to do. I'm gonna have to think about that one, because like I said, I'm not sure if I want to do coal plant or now possibly generator fuel. If we do the coal plant, we're gonna have like 45,000 power. If we do the generator fuel, we're gonna have like 30, 31. But we're only at 15 right now, I think. I had to jump out to look. Let me see that real quick. I want to know. I can't remember off the top of my head how much we've used. So in total for everything right now, we're at 14. So plenty of plenty to do. We could just do either one. Both are viable options. I'm actually thinking the generator might be easier to implement down there, because then it's one of those things that I can just set it and forget it, just like the windmills, because it'll continue to produce oil, which will produce the fuel and then generator fuel. I have to think about that for a minute. How fast? Let's see, production. Go down. Let's see, where's the oil at? Oil pump. Does it say? I mean, I guess it would go by whatever power input I had on it. So yeah, crude oil. And then we go into the refinery, which you can take crude oil, turn it into fuel, and fuel into generator fuel. So you'd need you need three refineries per oil derrick to create generator fuel. I might have a really good idea for that, so I'm going to possibly rearrange everything over there. But in doing that, I'm going to have to basically shut the plant down for a day or something, because no material will be able to run through there if I have it turned off. Alright, let's go ahead and shut this thing off. Move forward a little bit. Yeah, about there, so it looks good. Maybe a little further. Start going. That's probably like almost 2 blocks, but whatever, it's fine. If I have to, I'll back up a little bit. Yep, brainstorming. I'm more and more liking the idea of the generator fuel instead of coal. Because coal means I have to replenish it. Generator fuel, I can set it up on the coal node and it'll just work. How many derricks would it take to run per one? I'm going to have to do some testing to see how fast it creates it and how much one generator how fast it uses fuel. Because if I have to do it 1-to-1, that would be probably kind of difficult to keep up with. But if I can do like 1 derrick to like 3 generators, that might not be too bad. That'll all be outside stuff, so it should work out okay. How close am I there? Oh yeah, we're okay. Brainstorming while you dig dirt. It's a good idea. I really want to just stop doing this and start working on that now. I think I'll say that for my days off from work, though. And since I have to work tomorrow, it won't be till at least Thursday. I'm definitely going to get rid of the windmills, though. That for sure is going to happen. I like the idea of the generators, though. The generator fuel, not the coal generators. Because, again, you can set it up and just leave it alone. You don't have to mess with it after the fact. And I also need to line up all those water pumps and get them straight instead of being all janked out the way they are going at an angle like that. It just looks weird. I was trying to throw it in a hurry, and I mean, all the windmills are spinning at the same interval, but they're definitely not spaced properly, and some are kind of floating in the air too. Well, not kind of, they are floating in the air. I like how close I got this, though. It's just where I wanted it, about half a block off from the wall of the conveyors there. But with what Split says is true, and they change conveyors, I'm going to have to stack those somehow and do something different because I won't be able to run them side by side if they make them wider. Alright, we got to get out and put a new conveyor topper in here. In fact, how much sugar we got through here? Let's see. 600 in that one, 600 in that one. Oh, we're just pumping through it. This is the only one we got a bunch in. So let's go ahead and wait till it gets down to 200, and then we'll pop that out, put some conveyors in. In fact, actually, if I take this one out, take this one out, put some conveyors in real quick. If I put one in there, it's going to drop that, so I need to take that one out first. And then put these back in. And we'll put another conveyor here. That'll run, and we can put one back here. And maybe put one here. Yeah, we can put one there. Okay. Now we're good to go. That's touching though, isn't it? Let's go ahead and move forward just a bit. There we go. If not, it'll make the bagger bounce if you have it touching it, and it's like partway into the actual hopper. So let's see, how can I do this? Because I have to have it spaced out if I put... Actually, how big are the generators? The fuel ones. These ones here. Purchase that, put that in this spot, jump out real quick, just because I want to see. Let's go over here where there's planks. Alright, so that's basically 3x3. Alright, I can work with that. Because the coal ones are like 4x4, but they're obviously they produce more too. But 3x3, so I could do it. I think I could make this work the way I want it to. I'm going to have to build it backwards though. From the generator back to where the oil pumps need to be. And then those also have to be hooked into... No, because that'll be connected... How am I going to do this? Because they somehow have to have a connection for power also. And it's going to be pumping liquid. Stop digging for a second, let the autosave take its course, because you can't do anything while it's doing it anyway. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning when I'm recording this too. I just got off work a little bit ago. So let's see, how do I want to do this? I'm thinking I'm going to have to run some tests. That's pure and simple. I'm going to have to see how much fuel it uses, how much fuel the derricks and everything can run when they're running. Because if I have everything cooked together, they will run off the one up top, the 10 speed. How am I going to do that though? Man, this is difficult. I'm trying to figure this out now. Because I think that may have to be off a separate thing. And if that's the case, I'm going to have one just running that. And hope it doesn't go over 2800. Yep, I'll have to do some figuring off camera and try to figure that out. I know for sure I can do it with coal generators because I do have coal coming up. And it should produce enough. Because I think a cold node that way too and another cold node over that way too. So as I code through here, it should produce enough, especially as I get down deeper and hit more. Because you still got some over here in this corner over here. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. Alright, we're going to go about there. That should be one block. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to leave an opening over here on the roof too, where those 4 smokestacks come up. And I'm just going to leave that one spot open to let the fumes go out, like make it realistic, kind of maybe somehow put up some walls to make it look like it has a chimney or something on it. Or like a roof that comes down onto it but has a vent out possibility. I don't know how to explain that. I'll have to do some work on that one. I did buy the ceiling tiles. I did not make them. I figured, I mean, we have so much money. It's ridiculous how much money we have. I mean, obviously you guys are seeing what 31 million, but we have way, way, way more than that. I have all these ideas in my head, and they're kind of conflicting because I start doing one, and I get about halfway through it, and then I think of something else. Like I got those ramps going down. I got half the ramp down. I got to go to the ramp the other side still. I got to finish doing the pavement over there to make it look like pavement, even though it's metal things. But and then I got to finish off the conveyor system down on that side, so we get down 10 blocks and finish the roof over here. And now I want to do the power. Like I said, I just got more and more ideas, and they click in my head, and there's not enough time in the day unless I make like 5 videos a day and have them come out, 2 or 3 times a day or something. But this month I really don't have time for that. Next month maybe, but we'll see. I could probably do 2 a day next month, but that would be just a lot. Especially since I'm going to be starting up the season 2 of Gold Mining Simulator, and I'm also trying to start the Mine Mogul season. And there was one other one I wanted to check out too, that I had talked about before. I don't remember which one that one was. Maybe doing a farming sim gold mining series. I think that'd be really difficult as a solo. It really should be a multiplayer, and it's hard to get 3, 4, 5 people on a specific schedule every single week. Well, I think I went a little further on my right to left cuts because I should have had 2 blocks left over, or a block left over after I move forward on this one, and I'm going to be right to the end, so I may have to add some more blocks in, or floors. We definitely got some coal cut out of that. I mean, it's a small node, but if we were to jump out and go run to the other end, you'd see the dark spots hanging over there, and I'm pretty sure that we'll have more over on that end too. That looks about 90 degrees. Let's go ahead and move this forward to the end. I'm going to go look at real quick because I think there's some back this way too. So if I look down, I know there's one over here, but that's within my reach for cutting. There's one over there. I'm not sure if the one that's way over there is in the reach, but I also have a little bit up top over there that at some point we can cut through. And if we go down to the other end, I think the best thing to do is probably do generator fuel, not coal fuel. And the only reason I say that is because once you set it down, it's going to continue to create, and you don't have to worry about it as much. Whereas this, you have to continually fill it up and fill it up and fill it up. Even though I got some nice coal nodes over here, I don't know if they're going to be big enough to create that kind of power. See, I got one right there that's pretty long, and I'm pretty sure that is coal also. But again, it's not a lot. I mean, that'll be probably part of the next dig. Probably down to, well, we're 5 blocks down here. This is only 4 blocks down right here, so I gotta go down quite a ways further that way. I don't know. Drive this. Turn this on. We'll start this cut. I think I'm going to go ahead and get this cut done, do a little bit more on the roof, let the rest of this material run through, and call that a video. I may be able to finish the roof. I'll be able to kind of watch to see if the material's still running through as we go, so as long as I keep looking down every once in a while at the plant, I'll be able to know what we're doing. I do have a stair set up over here on the outside too that I can get back up onto the roof at any time if I want to do something different. So we can always change things up if need be. I know I had a lot of talking about fuel, just the thoughts running through my head, and I got ideas, and I hope they work. I do like the windmill because, like, again, you put it down, you forget it, but I'm thinking if I do the generator fuel properly, it'll be a set it down and forget it also. The only issue that I'm trying to figure out is how I'm going to connect the generator fuel for each one of those plants to the current power setup. Because if it's separate, that kind of puts a wrench in my work, the thought process. Anybody got any ideas? Go ahead and toss them in the comment section, because I won't be doing this for... See, this video is going to come out later on today, so this will be Wednesday. I won't be doing it till at least Thursday, maybe not even till Sunday. Yeah, one of those 2 days is when I'm going to work on it. Yeah. Test. I had a test map. I will go over there and jump on it real quick and see what I can do about seeing how much fuel it takes to run one full, and then see if I can connect several of them together without creating a huge mess. Because I think if I use a merger, and then just connect, so it has to be one on each side, but then I still have to use other mergers to connect. I don't know how I would do this. I really don't. It's a difficult thought process when you're not actually looking at something to do. Because I know that I would need at least one oil derrick and 3 refineries to run one or more power generators. The question is, how much is it going to split off, and how many can one do? Alright, so that's done there. Let's run up here. And we will go to putting floor tiles in. Or ceiling tiles, I mean. Alright, so as you can see, we can look down there and see the material still running, so we know we're not done yet. So I'm thinking around those smokestacks there, if I were to, let me just line this up real quick. There, and there maybe. This might be too close. too close. So we can take this one out though. And then put this in. Crap. There's one down there I gotta pick up now. Alright, so we'll go over here like this. Obviously I can put some around those. I mean, it's kind of coming up through there, but I think this will work. What I'm thinking might cause me issues, but I believe if I were to go here and here, and then I'll have to buy some more ceiling tiles. In fact, this needs to come out too, I think. That one's good, but this has to come out. So let's just pull those real quick. And then we will come out a little further. Alright, then we do the same thing over here too. Yeah, it sure did. Dang it. Okay, so if I put a couple of walls up and have like an angled roof that comes out to one side, so it vents out, but it can't get back. Let's see how to do this. Let's see. I need to purchase some steel roofs. And we will put those right there. So if I do this, like come on, something like and then on this part right here, it needs to go that way. And then we'll put walls up. So it kind of, that's not going to work either, is it? Let's just put the walls up and we'll leave this side out. It'll have that little overhang over there that kind of blocks stuff from coming in. Or we put these going, come on, turn it around, like this. Yeah, that looks better, I think. Alright, so purchase some pre-cut walls. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, it's 16 of these. Purchase, that can go there, that can go there. We'll go with number 10 first. Number 9. What? It won't go up there? Really? It only attached to a... It won't go on top. Okay, so I need to go like that. Take that one in. Can I take this out? Can I take that out? I can. Okay. And then we will go back here like a so. Something like that. And that. And then come back through and knock this out and this out. It kind of looks like it's going to have like a little steam effect going, you know, right? And then I can do the opposite on this side, so it goes out that way. I think this will work. And the material's still running through the plant, so we will continue putting more tiles in. Alright, so I need this one to go this way. And that needs to go up like 3 tiles. And then we'll put one of these up here. Come back down. And put in 3 more of these. And then we're back to corner pieces. Take these ones out. Yeah, I like that. Gives it, you know, like it's supposed to be pumping out instead of just hanging there in the middle of nowhere. I mean, it's like a vent that doesn't let rain come in. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could attach some roof pieces to like this corner right here. Like this, to make it overhang over here too. Something like that. Now it really doesn't have a way to get in, but all the gases can escape out. I'm not sure if that would work in realistic terms, but I mean, the idea is there. I keep putting floors down there, or ceilings down there too, so I have to go down and knock those out here in a minute. Is it still running? Yeah, it's still running. We'll get half the roof down at least, and then we'll go and see what we accomplished today with material-wise. And I guess technically we got a little more than half because I got 3 rows all the way around and then more than halfway across on this stuff here. Because those things are like center of the building, I think. No, not quite. Actually, they're off. I could do the same thing on that side too, so we're not quite halfway. Oh well. We will get this section here done, and then thought I was further over than I was. But as long as the material's still rolling in, we'll just keep working on this and see what we can do. If I should switch to snap build, would that make it easier? Probably. They wouldn't fall down below and grid build on me. Yeah, I got several of them I gotta go down there and knock out. Just hanging in the air. At least these are all connected to something. I think I'm going to take my bagger cut down time to like, I don't know, 20 minutes or 16 minutes or something, because we're having to wait an awful long time to get this material to run through. I mean, I am doing other stuff while we do it, but still. It's a long time. Yep, still got material running through, so that's fine. We'll get, what, a third of the building done? Something like that. Well, with the ones all the way around the edge, it's probably half. Give me time to go down and get those other ones we have to take out too. Because I know there's at least like 4 of them. I was not being careful coming through here. Oh, I think it might be done too. No, it's still going. Okay. Anyway, let's get down here and get these out of here. There's one right there. I know there's one over here somewhere. There it is. There's 2 of them over here actually. Another one right here. And I thought there was one over here somewhere too. We're probably going to have to put some lights in at some point. Where did I see the other one at? I thought it was like right on top of a conveyor too. I'll be cruising along here one of these days and see it. Is that it right there? No, that's part of the plant. Okay. Why is this here? I did not do that. Well, I don't see any more. I'm not sure I like the way that looks though. I mean, the idea is nice, but I don't know if it's gonna... Like, should I have the ceilings go further over? Because it looks kind of weird, those gaps right there. Yeah, I'm gonna run up real quick and look at that. Because, like, should I have them extend over one more each so we don't have these air gaps showing through? Let's see, do I have any more of those? No, I don't. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I need 8 more. That should work. I don't know, that'd be kind of goofy though, right there. That's too much, huh? I don't know. Maybe I should just make it a regular roof and not have something goofy up here. Yeah, I didn't think about this when I did this. What about like this? Just leave it like that for those 2 holes open for the steam to go through. I can even just put like one little roof piece over the top of each hole. So it kind of looks like it's got a smokestack coming out. So it's let's see, something like Something like that, maybe. Obviously, it's going to have to have a roof on it too, but I don't know. I kind of like that better than this big old monstrosity. I'm going to do it that way. I like the idea and the concept, just wasn't really going to work out the way I wanted it to, so this maybe will be small enough that it doesn't show a big giant amount of and we can have them go in the same direction too. They don't have to face each other. So let's go with this. And there's still material going through that damn thing down there. That last cut was pretty deep though. We want them going the same way? I think we should. Yeah, I like that better, I think. It's not as high up and not as goofy looking. Alright, let's just, those should be in line, so let's just go ahead and make our way across right here real quick. Since there's, like I said, still material coming through here. Are those not lined up the same? They should be. Yeah, I guess they are. And we still got material running through, so I'll just put a few more of these up here and actually I'm going to jump cut to the rest of it being done. Not the roof, but the material. So I'll be back in a minute. Well, I forgot to unpause, but we sold about $10 million in gold. We still have all these rubies and silicones and stuff. And yeah, mistakes were made. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll probably finish this off another day. I do like the way it looks from down here. It looks like it's got little chutes to go out. And we're not going to be up on the roof very often to see it, so I think it'll work out fine. And but yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, click that like button. It really helps out the channel. If you have any tips, tricks, questions, concerns, let me know in the comment section. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope you guys have a good day. If you have any thoughts on the power, let me know in the comments too, because I'm thinking that might be tricky. I want to try to do the setup like I have down there running off the water pumps, but instead of using wind, use the generator fuel generators. So I'll have to have some sort of oil derrick and 3 refineries set up for that too. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good night.